Hi everybody, this is a bit of an update from me, Alchemist 2. I don't think a lot of people who are my subscribers out there really know what has been occurring in my life as of late, unless you have been looking at my Facebook page. Let's see, it all began on February the 4th, and my father was suffering from I can't even talk, hypoxia, and that's basically lack of oxygen. He wasn't making much sense when he spoke, and he was having hallucinations, and I didn't know it at the time, but he had pneumonia. I thought maybe he could possibly have pneumonia because he was coughing really harshly, and he just wasn't getting enough profusion of oxygen into his body. So I called the nurse, and the nurse's aide spoke to me over the phone, and she said he should be in observation at the ER. I thought, well, duh, I could have figured that out on my own, but I didn't say it. I thought it. And I thought, well, maybe I could take him to the ER, but I thought, no, I'm not strong enough to lift him up out of the bed physically. So I called the paramedics. And of course, Dad ripped me up one side down and the other when the paramedics came into his room. Who are these people? We don't have money for them to take me to the hospital, and etc., etc. So basically, they took him to the hospital, and he was there for 8 days, which is rather long for an individual to be in ICU. They moved him to an actual room. What day was that? 15th of February or 16th. And they were thinking that maybe he would get out on President's Day, but unfortunately that did not happen. They had predicted beforehand that maybe he would get on Wednesday, which is what I also concurred with. He did finally get out of the hospital, and he's on the mend, but unfortunately he's homebound. And basically what that means is he's not allowed to go outside. Regretfully, that means I won't be seeing any films anytime soon until it gets warmer in order to do so without the prospect of him catching pneumonia again. So I probably won't be seeing Identity Theft until it comes out on DVR. Same thing with Die Hard. I'm hoping to see Oz the Great and Powerful when it comes out. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I am also hopeful to see this movie that they recently advertised. I forget what it's called, but it has Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell in it, and it looks absolutely hysterical. It's basically about two magicians that go into a competition to see which one is better, and neither of them are very adept at anything. They're both very inept and incompetent and rather doofy, for lack of a better term. But there are lots of films that are coming out in March that I really want to see, and I'm hopeful that I can. I may just have to rent, for lack of better option. But now I'm actually going to move on to what I was really going to go into to begin with today. Recently I watched Queen's Blade 2, The Evil Eye. I haven't seen the first part. My friend who is in the army right now, he decided to send it to me. He also sent me Ikki Tousen, which I had already seen and hated intensely, just because it's all fan service. It's no plot, and it's meant to be ecchi. Queen's Blade is different. Now, yes, it is ecchi, but it's not to the point where it could be considered hentai. No, it's not hentai because there's no sex involved, unless you consider Nyx and Funicula sex. Well, she actually gets molested by Master Funicula quite a bit. Master Funicula is this staff that she carries around with her that molests her. But I don't know if you could consider that hentai or not. Hmm. Um, Honestly, I can say that I really enjoyed the series, even though I'm not really too much terribly into fan service or ecchi. This really wasn't to the point of really being um, something that would be too well. If you're very offended by that kind of thing, then don't watch Queen's Blade 2. A lot of it's kind of so outrageous that you think, oh, that's just ridiculous. That would never happen in the real world. But the characters themselves, when they have the fight scenes, are just flippin' awesome, and I really enjoyed that part of it. It kind of reminded me of Darkstalkers in a way. Um, just all these different fighting games come to mind. It had kind of a Claymore feel to it, which I haven't watched yet, but I have read the manga, so it's got that kind of feel. And there's a lot of supernatural element in Queen's Blade, which I really enjoy. I love supernatural anime. I have ever since I watched Yugen Kaisa when I was younger, actually Phantom Quest Corps, which my ultimate favorite of all time. I still know the theme song. I don't know all the words, but I know how it goes. Um, yes, I am a geek, and proud of it. Um, the series itself, I really enjoyed. One of my favorite characters was Shapeshifter, and I was really sad with what happened to her, but later on she gets her revenge, and I was so happy. But she's just such an awesome character. She's so cool, and she's got these different abilities with her ability to just shift her form. She sort of reminds me of the Mask from Tenchi Muyo, or the T-1000 from Terminator. She has the same kind of ability. She's just she can become a puddle of goo and just slip away. And I think, ah, oh, that would be so cool. I would love that. If I were in a fight, I would just say, I surrender, run away. But yeah, I could do that if I had to, but that would be the best ability ever. There are really interesting characters. They all have their own backstories. I liked Lady Tomoe. I liked Lady Elena. I didn't like Lena though. There's this rich, pompous girl who her name is Lena, and she's just spoiled beyond all belief, and she's got a thing for Lady Elena, and you get kind of a lesbian feeling with those two. It's kind of funny though. It's rather amusing. Um, and you just feel so sorry for Nyx, because Nyx was Lena's servant, and she just treats her like a pile of crap, and you just think, ooh, I really wish Nyx would kick her butt, but no spoilers there. But I like Nyx because I think she's an interesting character as well. She's got that demon staff and everything. That's a little bit of the bizarreness of this whole series. Um, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody who may have young children in the house just because of the sexual situations. I mean, it's not... I didn't think it was very offensive, and it takes a lot to offend me. But I've enjoyed it. I thought that it was well done. I thought that the voice actresses were outstanding. All the different characters and the weapons that they wielded are very impressive. I like the three servants of the Swamp Witch. You've got, of course, Melpha, and then you have Menace and Irie. And they're all different. They all have their own abilities and attacks and whatnot, and they're all very pretty in their ways. And it's, you know, the fan service itself it's just all in good fun. It's just fun, and you know, this is just one of those series that, even though they've got a lot of characters that you have to keep up with, and it has a really good plot, The plot is the one thing that kept my attention, and it's just interesting. Um, I was engaged the whole way through, and I liked all the action that was presented throughout. The OVA episodes are just for kicks and giggles. I mean, they're not really there for any other reason, just just to be there, and they're probably the most ecchi thing on the whole series. But as the series is concerned, I give it 3.5. I don't give it 4 entirely because there's a lot of jiggle factor and a lot of wasting away of clothing, and it's just like I said, fan service. If you're into that sort of thing, this is right up your alley. But it didn't really overdo it. I don't think. I thought that it was more about the fighting, good versus evil, which I liked, and Queen Aldra, her character, you learn some things about her that you think, huh, you have got one messed up past. But you actually feel really sorry for her at the very end, and you just hope the best for her. And if you watch toward the end of the credits, you see what happens with her. I liked Nanael as well, the the holy angel Nanael. She's kind of ditzy, but she's just such a cute character. Um she's really contagious with her spirit, and she's just adorable. I just want to hug her. She's just one of those characters. Um I really liked all the characters actually, except for the little rich twerp. I can't stand pretentious characters like that. I so wanted Nyx to kick her butt. I really did. I just thought, oh, Nyx, give it to her. Just waylay her. Ugh. But yeah, if I were writing fan fiction, I would probably have her do so, because she had it coming. But that explains the Queen's Blade and what the Queen's Blade is all about and how it occurs and the rhyme and reason behind it. But I gotta watch season 1 to really understand why everything is the way it is. And season 2 is very intriguing, but I really enjoyed it, and of course I give it 2 thumbs up. And I really like it. I wasn't sure that I would, but I absolutely loved it. I really did. I was shocked that I liked it because I thought, normally I wouldn't like stuff like this, but the characters are just so incredible, and the fight scenes are just really amazing, and I liked it for that, just as well as the whole idea of the characters' different backstories and um, where they were coming from or why they were fighting the Queen's Blade, or what purpose they had, and I think that's what brought a lot of humanity into it. Um, it just was interesting. So if you like that sort of thing, I highly recommend it. If you're not sure, keep an open mind, because I did, and I really, really savored every part of it. And it's just a really sensational series, and that's all I can say about it. And I'm hoping that I can see Queen's Blade, the very beginning Queen's Blade. I'm not sure what I will be watching in the future, but whatever it is, just stay tuned, and I will catch you all later. Ciao!